The difference between a man making six figures and a man making nothing isn't skill, it isn't connections, it isn't luck, it's mindset. Your mind is currently programmed for poverty, excuses, and mediocrity. And you don't even realize it. Focus now. Your bank account is a direct reflection of your mental programming. Your income is a receipt for your thoughts. Your financial reality is a manifestation of the beliefs running your mind right now. Today, as you listen, did you know that every single excuse you make about money is a brick in the prison you've built around your financial future? This isn't just another money mindset video. This is a complete reprogramming of the poverty mentality that's been downloaded into your brain by society, your upbringing, and your own fear. This is about installing the exact mental operating system that 6- and 7-figure earners use to create wealth while everyone else makes excuses. Today, I'm going to show you how to completely transform your money mindset in the next 30 days. I'll expose the toxic beliefs keeping you broke, the daily habits that reinforce financial mediocrity, and the exact system to rewire your brain for wealth creation on autopilot. First, we'll identify and eliminate the 6 wealth-killing beliefs that keep 99% of men financially trapped. Second, I'll show you how to install the daily mental practices that build wealth consciousness hour by hour. And third, I'll give you the 30-day implementation blueprint that makes this transformation inevitable. What I'm about to share contradicts everything you've been taught about money, success, and what's possible for you. The comfortable excuses you've been using about the economy, about opportunities, about your background, I'm going to systematically destroy every single one of them and show you the brutal reality of what's really holding you back. Every day you operate with a poverty mindset costs you thousands in lost opportunity. The wealthy are getting wealthier while you debate whether this will work for you. Let's begin. Your mind is running software that was installed by broke people. Every money belief you have was programmed by someone else. Most men are trapped by wealth-killing beliefs they don't even recognize. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are lucky or corrupt. You have to work hard for money. There's never enough to go around. I don't have what it takes. It's too late for me. These aren't your original thoughts. They're viruses installed in your mental operating system by parents who struggled, a society that profits from your financial ignorance, and an educational system designed to create employees, not entrepreneurs. I grew up hearing these exact phrases. My environment programmed me to believe wealth was for others. When I began my journey, my bank account was negative, not just zero, negative. I kept repeating the same financial patterns because my mindset was designed for scarcity, not abundance. Every investment seemed risky. Every opportunity seemed suspicious. I was working against my own programming. What beliefs about money were you taught growing up? What phrases did your parents repeat about wealth? What assumptions do you make about rich people? Are these the beliefs of a future millionaire or the excuses of someone destined to struggle paycheck to paycheck? Stop accepting these toxic beliefs as truth. Money is not evil. Wealth is not a limited resource. Success is not a lottery ticket. These are lies designed to keep you comfortable with mediocrity, while the truly ambitious claim the abundance that was always available to everyone willing to think differently. Now, here's your first assignment. For the next 7 days, you will actively identify and reject every poverty thought that enters your mind. When you think, I can afford that, replace it with, how can I afford that? When you think that's too expensive, replace it with that's the price of value. When you catch yourself resenting wealth, replace it with admiration and curiosity. Wealth building begins with wealth thinking. Here's what successful entrepreneurs understand. Your conscious beliefs about money set the parameters for what's possible in your life. When you expand those beliefs, you literally expand what's available to you. This isn't mystical, it's psychological. Your beliefs determine your actions determine your results, and your results reinforce your beliefs. This is the cycle you must interrupt and rebuild. Now that you understand how to eliminate wealth-killing beliefs, let's talk about the daily practices that install wealth consciousness in their place. Your financial future is built or destroyed in moments you don't even notice. Every thought about money is either an investment or a withdrawal from your future wealth. What does the average man do daily? He complains about prices. He focuses on what he lacks. He speaks the language of scarcity. I can't. It's too much. Maybe someday. He consumes the content of entertainers while ignoring the strategies of the wealthy. He counts pennies instead of creating dollars. This is the daily mental diet of the perpetually broke. but thinking differently won't put money in my bank account. Wrong. Every financial empire began as a thought pattern before it materialized into reality. The wealthy think about assets, opportunities, and value creation. The poor think about expenses, limitations, and weekend escapes from their financial prison. Wealth consciousness is like physical fitness. It must be trained daily. You wouldn't expect a six-pack from one day at the gym, yet you expect financial abundance from occasional positive thoughts about money. Your wealth muscles must be conditioned through consistent, intentional mental exercise. Here's your daily wealth consciousness protocol. Morning wealth journaling, writing 5 specific things you're grateful for financially, even if it's just the opportunity to improve. Wealth visualization, spending 10 minutes seeing yourself making financial decisions with confidence and abundance. Income affirmations, declaring specific income targets as already achieved. Environment curation, consuming only content from those with proven financial success. Most importantly, wealth language, completely eliminating broke vocabulary from your communication. How often do you catch yourself saying, I can't afford it? How frequently do you focus on prices rather than value? How many times do you talk about what's financially impossible instead of asking what's financially possible? How much of your day is spent thinking about consuming versus creating? Every thought about limitation reinforces limitation. Every focus on scarcity creates more scarcity. Every word of financial defeat ensures financial defeat. Wealth consciousness isn't positive thinking. It's strategic thinking aligned with how money actually works. Your wealth language makeover starts now. Eliminate these phrases forever. I can't afford it. It's too expensive. I'll never be able to. That's for rich people. Money doesn't grow on trees. Replace them with, how can I afford it? What's the return on this investment? I'm in the process of becoming. I'm studying how they achieved that. Money flows to value creation. Now you understand the beliefs to eliminate and the daily practices to install. The final piece is the 30-day implementation blueprint that makes this transformation real and permanent. True transformation isn't an event, it's a process with specific phases, precise actions, and inevitable results when followed with discipline. Imagine your mind as a piece of land. Right now, it's growing weeds of financial limitation. We've identified those weeds, we know how to pull them out. Now we're going to systematically plant and nurture the seeds of wealth consciousness until they become a forest so dense that the weeds of poverty thinking can never return. Rewiring your brain for wealth isn't comfortable. The first days will feel forced. Your old patterns will fight for survival. The people around you, most of whom are broke, will try to pull you back to their level of thinking. This resistance is normal and expected. It's the guardian at the gate of transformation, testing who is serious and who's just playing games. When I committed to this 30-day process, everything changed. The first week was warfare against my own mind. The second week, I noticed subtle shifts in how I viewed opportunities. By the third week, I was taking actions that would have seemed impossible before. And after 30 days, I couldn't recognize the financially fearful person I used to be. The decisions that seemed risky before now seemed like the obvious choice. Are you willing to feel uncomfortable for 30 days to change your financial trajectory forever? Are you willing to stand firm when friends and family question your new mindset? Are you willing to be disciplined with your mental diet when every algorithm is designed to feed you distraction? The secret to making this 30-day transformation work is understanding that mindset precedes action, action precedes results, and results reinforce mindset. This is the wealth cycle. Most people try to start with results, which is impossible. Some try to start with action, which is unsustainable without the right mindset. You must begin with systematically rebuilding your mental foundation. Here's your 30-day blueprint, days 1 to 7, elimination phase. Identify and reject every wealth-killing belief, eliminate negative financial language, and create distance from financially toxic influences. Days 8-14, installation phase. Immerse in wealth consciousness practices, rewrite your money story, and script your new financial identity. Days 15-21, action phase. Take daily financially aligned actions, no matter how small, that demonstrate your new mindset to yourself. Days 22-30, reinforcement phase. Document evidence of your transformation, celebrate small wins, and anchor the new wealth identity as your permanent operating system. Morning wealth ritual, daily. No excuses. Wealth language audit, constant, immediate correction. Financial goal review, specific amounts, specific deadlines. Opportunity focus, not obstacle focus. Value creation, not just consumption. Income expansion, not just expense reduction. The wealthy don't budget their way to millions. They earn their way to millions. What happens after 30 days of this focused mindset reconstruction? Your entire relationship with money transforms. Opportunities you were blind to suddenly appear everywhere. Your confidence in financial decisions strengthens. Your capacity to add value and charge appropriately for it expands dramatically. Your income begins to reflect your new self-image rather than your old limitations. But most importantly, you break free from the invisible prison of poverty thinking that has confined your financial potential your entire life. This is the master key to the wealth kingdom. A mind that works for your financial growth instead of against it. Your income will never exceed your self-permission. Your wealth will never outgrow your mindset. Your financial reality will always align with your subconscious beliefs about what's possible. You now understand the 6 wealth-killing beliefs that have kept you financially trapped. You know the daily wealth consciousness practices that rebuild your mental foundation dollar by dollar. And you have the exact 30-day blueprint that makes this transformation systematic and inevitable. Some of you are thinking, this is too simple. Good. The most powerful principles usually are. The complex financial strategies come after you've mastered the mindset fundamentals. Complexity is often a shield for those unwilling to execute the basics with discipline. The question isn't whether these principles work. Literally every self-made wealthy person on earth has applied these exact mindset shifts. The question is whether you will apply them with 0 excuses, 0 compromise, and 0 delay. Will you continue operating with the financial software installed by broke people? Or will you commit to this 30-day reprogramming that aligns your mind with the actual mechanics of wealth creation? While you contemplate whether to commit to these 30 days, thousands of other men are already implementing these principles. They're already reshaping their relationship with money. They're already seeing the early evidence of transformation. The gap between you and them widens with every day of indecision. The time for financial mediocrity is over. Starting today, you will begin the 30-day wealth mindset protocol. No modifications, no excuses, no delay. Commit to the complete process. Elimination, installation, action, reinforcement. Within 30 days, you'll think about money in ways that make your current mindset seem like a primitive relic of your broke past. Remember, the difference between 6 figures and 0 figures isn't skill, it's mindset. Now go build yours. If you're serious about putting this mindset into action, check out my video on 3 deadly mistakes keeping you poor, where I break down the exact discipline practices that turn mental transformation into physical results. Comment below with the 1 wealth-killing belief you're eliminating from your life starting today. I want to see who's serious about financial transformation and who's just watching another video. This is about becoming the man who creates wealth instead of consuming excuses. Now go reprogram your mind for abundance.